Hey, it's Mike Mal. We're Behind the Dirt. Today we're going to be looking at some elbow control stuff. Look, everyone knows that everyone that wears an orange and black uniform is going to be ripping your elbows off, right? But nobody, like a lot of people don't understand the finer points of it. There's a tremendous amount of little technique that goes into just having elbow control. So I'm going to give you a couple little things, okay? First thing, when he goes collar tie, right? If you'll notice, every time he goes collar tie, they don't stay in a parallel position. They'll go elbow control, and they'll switch their head to the opposite side of the elbow or of the collar tie. So now that kind of, not that it completely neutralizes, but it certainly negates a lot of the power that he had when he was pulling from right here. Right here, he can kind of bend me in half, okay, like that. But right here, I have about the same amount of power, and I have my legs underneath me, a little bit more. Next thing we're gonna do is take a bite of the arm, right? I've heard a lot of coaches say this, but just to kind of clarify, I was always taught growing up that elbow control was kind of here, right? Make the letter C, grab underneath the tricep, pull it in, right? That's cool. But if you look at this, Arn is a humongous human being. He's huge. Look at him, right? I mean, look at the biceps. You don't get those by mistake, right? So, but if I use my elbow right here, if I use elbow control right here and try and pull him, well, I'm moving him a little bit, but not all that much, right? If I go all the way up here and now I move him, I'm moving him and I'm moving his whole body, okay? So get a good bite of the armpit. So next, it seems kind of stupid, right? But this stupid little appendage right here can literally negate almost all of my offense, right? So if I try and take a shot right here, he can stop me with his thumb. He can't stop me with his thumb, let's be completely honest, but he can try. It does make things difficult, right? So we want to get rid of that thumb, and we're going to do something called breaking the thumb. So first things first, he's about 7'7", so I have to crowd him, right? His arms are longer than mine. So I don't want to be up here, right? I want to crowd him here so that he has a good bend in his arm. Now, if you look at where his elbow is, okay, I'm going to push down and then pull up. That gets rid of that thumb block, okay? And literally, and I'm not exaggerating, it looks really simple, because it is. Don't make it more than it is. A lot of guys will try and go, and they give up position when they do it. Just slowly crowd. So let them thumb block, slowly crowd, push down, and pull up. Now we're in the same position, and now you can kind of get a better bite on the arm. Oh, and then if you're still having trouble with that thumb block, right, here, snap it off. Now, when I snap it off, don't go back and do the exact same thing. As you come in, just kind of roll your shoulder over, whoop, like that. You'll see guys like Coleman Scott, they walk around expecting to get elbow control pretty much all the time, right? So look at it, and it's really simple, right? If I go here, he has the elbow, or he has the thumb block. If I just kind of roll my shoulder down a little bit, his hand goes over the shoulder, and now all of a sudden, we've got really good elbow control that we can work from. What you should do off of elbow control, I don't know, figure it out, man. You got to kind of figure a lot of this stuff out on your own. You've got a high crotch there, right? So if I kind of go here and I feel a little bit of pressure, okay, come in, boom, I can go high crotch or head outside single. A lot of guys go inside control on this side, right? So they'll have inside control over here. They'll have elbow control over here. And if they feel that pressure, and by the way, I'm never going to the same side as my head position. I always want to make room for myself and drop here, okay? And there's my double, right? If you get caught with him having a whole heck of a lot of elbow control, head position, you can kind of get elbow control over here, pivot, and then slide this by, right? So there's a ton of different options, and it's such an offensive tie, but people don't realize that's a great defensive place too, right? So let's say, for example, he's a left-handed wrestler. He wants a left-handed high crotch. He wants a left-handed sweep single. Well, guess what? If I go here, I just completely negate every bit of his offense. I've taken one of his biggest offensive tools, which is his left hand, and taking it away from them. Go tinker with elbow control. You're gonna find that it's really, really powerful. That's it. Cut it.